What are you barking at? He's out there. There's something over that direction. He's been growling, and well, now that I'm out here, he grabs his ball. What were you barking at over there, dude? Huh? What are you? I don't see anything over there, but boy, he's been out here. Out here growling and barking. Mm. What, you want a drink? When he wants a drink, he goes over to the water thing. What? I don't know what's over here. He's barking, but he's out there. He was like, and starts barking. So I don't know. I looked out here and I didn't see anything. Didn't see any movement. Didn't hear anything. Ugh. All right, let's get you a drink. Well, I'll have to say, I didn't expect my legs to feel good today, but they actually feel pretty decent. And I've just got this hankering to go up over this. And there's that ridge of rocks right up there. Now that one, as I said yesterday, that's the one that we went up there and there was a bunch of sand up there and it was blocking the wind. I'm really curious about this here. And I've got to satisfy my curiosity. So I'm not planning on going on any other hikes today. And I've got my good shoes on. So I just got to be careful because you can't really, like I say, you can't tell on camera. But some of this really slopes down and then it goes up and it slopes back down. And so I've got to go up here. It's supposed to be 69 today. Oh, we got to really watch because you can see there's a lot of big rocks that you can easily sprain your ankle on. So woo, and then you step and it slides. So I think I'm going to go up here. This looks like the least steep. Oh, man. I'm going to see if there's another way around. See, there's the rocks that were behind that one day. And then there's this other ridge here that I'm really curious about. Oh, that wind's a little cold. Ugh. I've got to be careful here because there's some massive rocks. My shadow keeps hiding them. What do you think, Copper? Huh? What do you think, dude? Huh? What do you think? Huh? What do you think, dude? Huh? Yeah. What do you think? Think we can make it up there? I think we can. I'm gonna make it one way or the other. I'm already determined. Yeah, I think not really seeing a way that's not steep. Although it isn't as steep as trying to go up the way I did yesterday morning. I just want to see what's behind, what it looks like behind this outcropping. Oh. This is steep, but it's not too bad. Oh, I don't know if that's the copper. You stay up here. Copper, come here. I don't know. I'm not too worried going up. It's the coming down part that makes me a little nervous because I'm already sliding. Oh, God, you stepped on those big ass rocks. Boom. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. If it wasn't for all these rocks sliding, like say if this was just grass or whatever, it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm so close, but yet it gets super, super steep. Yeah. You can tell how steep this is. It's pretty steep. What are you whining about? You don't have any problem going up this. Oh, man. Okay, I'm going to put the camera away because this is pretty treacherous right here because I do not want to go rolling down the hill. So this is what I've had to do all the way down the hill. Copper's worried about me. Yeah. I had to basically sit on my butt, lift myself up with my arms, set the camera down a little bit for it to slide down. Oh, because I tell you what, man. If it was just a regular hill, like if it was like a grassy knoll or something like that, it would be different. But these loose rocks, you can't take a step. I tried to start coming back down the hill and I just about took a tumble. So I'm like, you know what? This is the long, hard way down, but I'm just going to sit on my butt, lift myself up, move a couple feet at a time. And we're still not down at the bottom yet. We're getting pretty close to where it levels out, but yeah, I'm telling you, that was not a good idea. Like you said, it wouldn't be so bad if it was, didn't have all these loose rocks. It just, man. With all these loose rocks, it makes it really, really treacherous. So it's like, yeah, that's the last hill I'm going to try to climb that has a bunch of loose rock on it. Because it's impossible. If I had like spiked shoes or something like that, like some track cleats or something that I could, get a hold of the ground with. Oh, man. All right, well, I'm going to try to make it the rest of the way down. We probably only have 10 feet to go till I get down to where I can walk again. But, yeah, it's been slow going coming down. But I really didn't want to go tumbling down the hill and landing on some rocks and crap, so sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Holy moly. Now it's starting to get warm. This is pretty here, though. You know, that is the area that we walked in that one hike. Right down there is where those dogs come up and started barking at us. So I was trying to keep Copper up here because there's another, I don't know if it's the same rig down there, but it's in the exact same spot. So it might be the same people with the same dogs. I don't want to get them all riled up, so. Oh, yeah, and that's the outcropping that we're behind on that one hike. A whole bunch of sand and stuff over there. Kind of cool. Oh. This is pretty. Is that another kind of cactus over there? Can't tell. It looks like it might be one of those. I can't remember the name, but it starts with an S. Hard to tell from this far away, but we might have to wander over in that area and check that out. That looks like, I wish I could zoom this. There's a way to do it, but I have no idea where the instruction manual is, so I have no clue. Huh, Copper? You gonna help me down the rest of the way? Huh? You gonna help me down the rest of the way, dude? You gonna help me down the rest of the way, Bob? Are ya? Yeah. It's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Yeah. All right, let's make it the rest of the way down. All right. Made it. Butt sore landing on all those rocks. Oh, feels good to be able to walk again. And Copper has to pee. What say? Huh? What say? What say, Mom? Huh? Oh, man. Well, that would have been cool to get up there, but it's too steep. And you can't keep from sliding on the rocks. So, oh. Now I'm worn out, dude. Yeah. I'm worn out, bub. Oh, man. Ah. Just got grabbed by a sticker bush. Now I'm trying to keep from stepping on these big rocks. Cloffer, I swear you're bow-legged. I swear you're bow-legged, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's kind of watching out for me now. He was a little concerned when I had to sit down and start coming down there. Oh. You don't realize how steep some of this is until you start walking it. I'm telling you, man, it's... I don't know if this is the way we came down last time, but no matter which way, oh man, there goes my knees. Ow. See, like I say, going uphill doesn't really bother me much. But what I hate is when you got these little drop-offs. You're going along and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, and you almost lose your balance. I think I'm going to go around where I don't have as many big rocks. I mean, there's still some, but not. Yeah, I think this is the path to go. Oh, yeah. Already got you another shade bush, huh? Holy crap. Well, that tuckered me out for the day, let me tell you. Ugh. Oh, man. Ugh. 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 Oh. Sorry for the. Well, you gotta watch out for those stickers, dude. You're over there in those sticker bushes. Yeah. One of them got you, huh? Yeah, he's over there trying to make another bed, and apparently the sticker bush got him. There's a lot of them around here, huh, dude? Yeah, there's a lot of them around here. Holy crap. Alright, that didn't work out well. Apparently that's a hill that doesn't want to be conquered. Because it is like impossible. For me anyway. You know, if I had good hiking shoes on, I don't know if that'd make any difference because those rocks are still going to slide no matter what you have on. That's the problem. Is you just things slide. You can't get any footing at all. There's no footing. We tried going up that side yesterday, and that was a fail. I figured it might be an easier way to get up on the other side. Well, that was wrong there. It was worse than that. As far as the loose rocks and stuff, I couldn't get any footing at all. You know, I got up to a certain point, and it's like, okay, this is going to be too dangerous. You know, because I'm thinking not just getting up there. I'm thinking coming back down too. Because like I said, I had to sit on my butt, lift myself up, move, lift myself up, move, all the way down. Oh man, well, I've never really been a hiker. Oh, it's even tougher when you're 66 years old with bad knees. You know, but there's some area over there we can hike though that doesn't have steep hills. You know, a little steeper than we went to yesterday, but not like over here. Holy moly! Can you imagine? Can you imagine trying to climb those rocks there? Now, there's people who would probably be more than willing to do it. Although one thing I can guarantee you is I'm not one of them. I mean, it looks like a place you can go right there, right I don't know if you can even see. Right in between that, like there, that you might be able to get up there. But I ain't gonna try it. Ugh. If I was 26 instead of 66, yeah, I'd do it. Hell yeah. I'd try getting up there. That would be just an awesome freaking view. That would be an awesome view. But again, it's not just going up, it's coming down. That's what makes it really tough. Oh, so anyway, I'm just going to take it easy the rest of the way. I need to get my solar panel set up because as crappy as the weather was yesterday, I didn't even bother putting them out because it was cloudy most of the day. There wasn't any sun. It would have been an effort and futility. But I've only got like 2 bars on one and 3 bars on another. So I need to get them charged up, at least one of them. I need to get at least one of them charged up. Oh, what is it? Oh, I don't know. I don't have my watch on. So I have no idea what time it is. I'm always guess wrong anyway. But I was going to say about 10:30, but I don't know. I have no idea. It may be 9:30. It may be 10:30. It may be 11. I don't think it's that late. But I could be wrong. Oh, man. I am worn out now. That was tough, man. That was, as hard as it looked on camera, it was 10 times tougher in real. Oh, my. Yeah, I tried started to walk back down the hill, and I was just sliding. I almost took a tumble a couple times, and finally it's like, all right, this ain't going to happen. So, butt scooting the rest of the way down. I'm sure my shorts are like in back are like totally dirt covered or whatever. But it doesn't really matter. It ain't a fashion show out here anyway. It's a good thing because I would suck. I would really suck at fashion out here. Oh, man. I am wiped out. I am just totally wiped out. Anyway, there was something else I was going to mention, but I don't remember what it was. So, whatever. Must not have been that important if I can't remember it. So, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm just going to shut up and say good day to y'all. You have a good one. I'd still like to figure out what it was Copper was barking at, because whatever was over there, he was very alerted. And he was growling very intently. I mean, it was like, I don't know what was there. I don't know whether it was a coyote or a rabbit. I haven't seen either. Like I say, only animal life we've seen is like a few crows. That's it. A few insects, like flies, and moths and stuff like that. That's it. That's all we've seen of it. So, I was kind of hoping we'd see some wildlife. I really was. I don't know how big of a wildlife area this is out here. But apparently not too much in our area, at least. But there's a lot of area. I mean, this is a big land, a lot of land out here. I mean, it goes miles, And you can go down the other way, and, it goes miles back in there. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to say, I've already had 2 things of coffee. I don't need any more coffee, but maybe a Coke. I've only got a couple left. But you know what? Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, man. my foot got wedged in with the refrigerator and got stuck, and I was trying to pull it out, and then it hurt. Ugh. You know, the funny thing is, like, I didn't even plug this in yesterday. The refrigerator, it's still everything is like this is like just for being out at night. Even in that, it's like ice cold. I mean, you might as well have been in the refrigerator for 2 days. Good old Walmart. You know, the funny thing is, if you research it, all these cola products are basically produced and bottled the same places, you know, regionally. So, regardless of what anybody says, this is the same cola as Diet Coke. Or if it's a Pepsi factory, it's the same as Pepsi. Let's see what this says. Trying to see if it'll say where it was. A lot of these will say, like I noticed when I used to shop at Aldi, which I wish we had an Aldi here somewhere. But yeah, all it says is distributed by Walmart Stores Incorporated, Bentonville, Arkansas, but it doesn't say where it was produced. But I'll guarantee you it was produced at either a Coke or Pepsi factory, because all the stuff I used to get from Aldi, you look at where it was produced, exact same factory or whatever you want to call it as Coke products. I was comparing them one time, exact same, because somebody told me, I think it was one of the Aldi people. They were saying, "Oh, this is basically Coke." So why are people paying the extra money for Coca-Cola when this is like a third of the price and it's the same stuff? But people think that they're getting, you know, an inferior product when you're not. Well, I can taste the difference. Well, it's all in your mind because it's all produced and bottled the same place. So it's not a different product. It's just your, like Cynthia, crazy ass. And, you know, I will say one thing about Jacob. He has a very unique talent. You know, he's the only one I know who can sit on an ice cream cone and tell you what flavor it is. Yeah, Cynthia probably could too, if it wasn't. Ooh, chocolate chip mud pie. Oh, it's nice out here now. Well, earlier I was out here, man, freezing my butt off. I come out here to throw the ball for copper, and I'm like, I threw it like twice, and I'm like, I'm going back in. It is too freaking cold out here. It was. My hands were freezing. I went back in the tent. I just sat there shivering for like 10 minutes. Yeah, so yeah, I can say so much for my quote. Oh, I'll never be cold again. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's different. It feels different out here in the desert than it does back home. 60 degrees back home would feel warm. Here, 60 degrees feels okay, but if there's even a tiny breeze blowing, it's cold. But like I say, it's supposed to be 69 today, which is perfect temperature for me, as long as the wind doesn't blow. Like right now, the wind's starting to pick up just a little bit, and man, the wind chill cools it off so much. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go back in the tent and finish my inferior Coke product. Oh, I wish I had some munchies. I don't. I do have some tortilla chips, but I'm gonna make some more salsa in my molcajete. Probably do that for lunch. Make some salsa in my molcajete, and then have some chips and salsa for lunch. Probably drink my last Coke with that. Oh, man. If I can even get out of my chair. My legs are so shot now. My knees are so shot. I say it's terrible to get old. Don't get old. Tell your body you're not getting old. I'm sure to listen too, right? That as well as mine did. Yeah. What beautiful blue sky, blue sky today. It's supposed to be clear all day according to the weather report, but you know how accurate those can be. They never said anything about rain yesterday either, and all of a sudden it's like chance of thunderstorm. And we had one. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it was kind of cool. The rain was pretty good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the rain. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Little did we know back when we were in junior high or whatever, when we first started listening to Creedence Clearwater Revival, that like those "Who'll Stop the Rain" and "Have You Ever Seen the Rain" were war songs, protest songs. The rain was the bombs, which kids shouldn't be listening to stuff like that. Yeah, like we had a freaking clue. We had no idea. We had no idea that's what the songs were about. None. That would be the last thing we'd have thought about. Didn't learn that till years later, when I was much older, and they're talking about war protest songs that were kind of hidden. I guess you'd say hidden in. God, I can't even think of the word right now. Not analogies, but kind of like an analogy, I guess. That were masked, Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, I'm trying to straighten out my leg. That hurts after. Oh. All right, I'm going to quit complaining, and at least on camera, and go back in and sit and finish my Coke and maybe watch some YouTube or something. I may break out the guitar today. I don't know. We'll see. It hasn't been wanting to stay in tune. I need to put some new strings on it, although the strings are fairly new. But I think the cold, because the cold, the wood, contracts, expands. It's everything out of tune. And then that G string, not the kind you wear on your crotch, it's on the guitar. That G string does not want it. The other ones stay in tune pretty well, but there's always been an issue with the G string on the Les Pauls. For whatever reason, it's always the G string that wants to be a rebel. It just does not want to stay in tune. I try to play, and all of a sudden, it sounds, I play a chord, and it's like, this is off. So I check the tuning, and of course, the G string is way off. It's either way high or way low, like by at least a half a step, sometimes a whole step. So that's why I quit playing the other night. I got tired of messing with it. Like, I can't remember if I have an extra set of strings or not. I'll have to look. I think I did, but I think I left it sitting on the couch at the house. instead of putting it in my guitar bag like I should have. Anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll talk to you later, people. I don't know what Copper's after, but he's been going after something in that bush now for like the last 10 minutes. Where is he? Where is he, dude? Huh? Where is he? Where is he? Get him. I have no idea what's in there. I haven't heard anything, but he's been stalking something. Where is it? Where is it? I think it's got to be like a butterfly or a moth or something. Who knows? But he's got this. He's got something. He's been intently going around the bush. You see something in there. Careful, careful, Copper. Careful. You're going to get stuck again. Yeah, chasing bugs is hard work, isn't it? No, don't give up now. I don't see anything in here, but he's been going round and round this bush and just staring at something. I just hope it's not a snake. What are you looking at? Hmm? Well, maybe it's a bee. Trust me, you won't like catching that. Hmm? What are you after? What's in there? What's in there, dude? Huh? What's in there? What are you looking at? Hmm? I don't know what he's reacting to because I don't see anything. He's a hunter, aren't you, Copper? No, he's decided that's enough work for one day. That's the way I feel after that, trying to go up that hill. Oh, man, I am just absolutely wiped out. I am totally wiped out. I think I have something going on. I'm not sure. But I've had this really, really bad stomach pain now for about 4 days. And it kind of exacerbated it coming down that hill where I was, scrunching it. And it's just, and I'm not sure if it's the dust or what it is, but I've just been coughing, especially like at night. Just coughing, like coughing, coughing, coughing. So I don't know. I got a kick out of Lorna's comment about that she thought I lost weight. No, it's just bigger glasses. No, it's these glasses are actually smaller. I've lost a ton of weight. No, these things. You know what these remind me of? I don't know. Those of you who are around my age that watched the cartoons that were on growing up, And do you remember one called Fearless Fly? If I remember right, he'd put on these glasses and it would give him superpowers or whatever. I don't remember if that was the case or not, but I know he was always helpless without his glasses, kind of like me. Uh, Distance I can see fine, close up, forget it. But that's what these glasses kind of remind me of, is Fearless Fly. If you haven't seen it, look up Fearless Fly on YouTube, because I think there's some old cartoons on there. There's a lot of the old cartoons on there that I grew up watching. It's kind of cool to go back and watch them sometime. It's like, why did I think these cartoons were so good? But uh, as a kid, we thought they were great. Love Fearless Fly. Because you had Fearless Fly and Adam Ant. The one was Hanna-Barbera, the Adam Ant ones. Same as like the Flintstones and a lot of those ones like Herculoids and Space Ghost. And I'm trying to think some of the other ones that were. Did I say the Herculoids? Yeah. That was one of my all-time favorite cartoons. God, I love that show. Love the Herculoids. That was Gloop and Gleep. And then the Igu, the big rock ape, Tundro, or what it was, the rhino that shot energy pellets, whatever it was, energy rocks, or whatever it was, out of snout. I can't remember the great big like pterodactyl. Oh, I can't think what his name was. But my favorite was always Gloop and Gleep, and then Igu, the big rock ape. And Space Ghost, the old ones. The new ones suck. All the new cartoons have to have some kind of message in them now, some environmental or some BS woke crap. The old shows were good though. Anyway, I think I have changed my plans again. I keep going back and forth, but with new things happening, now my original plan was to come down to Lake Havasu and just camp around Lake Havasu, stay there, get me a doctor set up in Lake Havasu. But I quickly found out there's no decent place to camp around there. Like I say, the place that I was at was supposed to be the best of the bunch. So if that's the best of the bunch, unless you stayed at Lake Havasu State Park, which, number one, you probably can't get a reservation. Secondly, is expensive as crap, and I can't afford to pay to Stacy. So that's not an option. So right now, the way I've just been feeling crappy. I've been feeling really crappy for like the last 5 or 6 days. Just, just not good. And so I think what I really need to do, even though the temperatures are colder, I can always get my propane tanks filled up. And, during the day, the temperatures are nice. The temperatures are in the 60s during the day, so that's perfect for me. But at night, it gets down in the 20s, sometimes 30. 30, 32, 33, but other nights it's like 24, 26, 28. But as long as I got a heater, I was dealing with that in Huntington. It wasn't nearly as warm during the day. Anywhere nearly warm. So I think what I really need to do, I'm trying to approach this from a common sense point of view. and just look at the entire situation. I like it here, but I think by the time I'm here another week and 2 days, I think I'll be ready to leave. I've loved it here, but, you know, for the most part, I'm pretty bored. If I can't go hiking, there's not a whole lot else to do. I don't like not having anybody else to talk to. I'm very much a social person, and it's tough for me to be out here just not having anybody to talk to but Copper. So I think for me, let's see if you agree. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. But I'm just looking at the situation. I'm like, you know, there's some medical attention that I need. I need my meds, number one, and it's just not. Things just haven't turned out as I envisioned them at all. Because I figured, I'd find a lot of neat places to camp around Lake Havasu and could just basically live there and have that as my base. But I'm kind of at the point now that I don't know if that's the most, well, the camping situation is just not feasible at all. It's like I'm not going to go camping at another place like I was at last time. That that was not good. No privacy, nothing. I mean, that's just no. I'm not doing that again. I mean, if I absolutely had to, yeah, I'd do it. But I don't have to do that. I can go to my own property and camp by myself, but yet be close. I'm only 2 miles out of town. And then it's, 45 minutes to Gallup, New Mexico, which is it's not super big, but it's got everything. It's got medical facilities. It's got Walmart. It's got pretty much all the chain restaurants. It's got, Safeway. It's got Sizzler. It's got a Sizzler. I haven't eaten there in years. Yeah, it's like I say, it's a 45-minute drive, but it's either 45 minutes that way or 2 hours to the west to Flagstaff. And so I think I'm going to try to get a doctor set up in Gallup, New Mexico, to where, I can drive there in 45 minutes. It's not ideal, but it's not super, super bad either. Uh-oh. Copper's got something else cornered in another bush. It's got to be like a moth or something. I mean, it's got to be something like that. Get it. Get him, dude. He just cracks me up. Uh, where'd he go? I have no idea what he's hearing, but all I see around here is flies. Oh, or bees. Oop, there's a bee. Get away from me. Some honeybees. It could be a honeybee, I guess, trying to get to one of those flowers. Who knows? Anyway, uh, he can just entertain himself for a while. Oh, that dog. He's such a nut. He's such a good dog. But anyway, I just think that common sense wise, that's what I really need to do. I need to go get home and get things get things set up there, get checked out, you know, get a physical, you know, get things checked out with my body and see if there's something going on that I'm not aware of. Because, yeah, I just have not felt good. I just, like right now, I just feel like crap. You know, I don't really feel like I have the flu or anything like that because who would I catch it from? But I just, I've had like a migraine headache for a few days, and I don't have any like Excedrin or anything. I had some like in a bag, but I don't know where the bag went. I don't know if it's in storage, but it's not in the Explorer. So I don't have anything to take. So anyway, guys, I don't want to come on here and whine and gripe. But I don't know, the more I'd like to stay here, but at the same time I'm getting to the point that I'm ready to move on and go home. Get on my property, get the tent set up. And then what I'm thinking is if we want to go camping somewhere else or do whatever, I can just leave this tent set up there and get a little better tent than that Ozark Trail one I had in Huntington, which it ended up getting pretty much destroyed by the wind. So get something a little bit more sturdy but not heavy. But there's some other good tents out there that would be feasible for both Copper and I. If we wanted to go for a short camping trip or whatever. Because there's a few really cool places, south of Chambers, to go camping and stuff. There's some nice state parks. There's some other, BLM areas that are pretty cool. He's totally, totally preoccupied now. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that on and see what you guys thought. I thought initially that I wanted to stay here and not deal with the cold, but at the same time, I feel horrible physically. I don't know what's going on. So I need to go find a permanent doctor. Like I said, I thought I was going to do that in Lake Havasu, but not being in, and honestly, the traffic and stuff in Lake Havasu, I didn't expect to be as bad as it was. Like I said, I've lived in big cities before, but these drivers there, they're just, the people are got to be the rudest drivers I've seen anywhere. And that takes some doing, because I've lived in some pretty good sized cities, that didn't have the greatest drivers. And I just, I like it there, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to going to my property where there's no traffic. Even in Gallup, I'm sure the traffic there is not that bad. It's not, because it's not a big tourist. I mean, there is tourism, because you've got the petrified forest, stuff like that. But most of the traffic around there is like around Holbrook and some of the other little places around there. And there's some really, really cool places I want to explore over there that I think you guys really enjoy. It's very much a Native American area. In fact, my property almost borders the reservation. And there's some just little stores and stuff, and these little, if you want to call them towns, they're just like spots in the road that, I've kind of looked at on Google Streets and stuff like that. There's some pretty cool looking places I want to go to. They've got a lot of Indian jewelry type places around there, just within just a couple miles, or within a 10-mile radius at least. And Gallup's, I've been there before. If I remember right, I really like Gallup. It says the population's about 22,000. So it's going to be a lot easier to drive in Lake Havasu. It's not so much touristy. You don't have all these other, because Lake Havasu is 52,000, and you got to figure out how many people are there, living at the estate, these rentals, these expensive rentals out there on the island and stuff, and everywhere. So I'm sure the population at least doubles, at least. Because I remember when Boise hit 100,000, it wasn't any worse than it is in Lake Havasu. But things are not working out for me like I envisioned it. I didn't realize that the places to camp around there were so crappy. It's not feasible for me. I'm not staying at another place like that just to stay in that area. So I think what I'm probably going to do is get a P.O. box, if I can, in Chambers, and discontinue my one postal service. Because I don't want to have to be running 2 hours into Flagstaff to get my mail, when I can just get it in town. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go there and, move on to the next chapter in my life, because that's really what it is. And then hopefully, before winter, I would like to get something on the property other than a tent. Because that's one thing this experience has taught me, is I do not want to do this tent camping the rest of my life. No way. Short term like this, to be honest with you, I'm already sick of it. So I'm looking forward to getting something on my property and being able to settle down. Like to be able to settle down year round and not have to keep running down south all the time during the winter. But we'll just have to see how things shake out. So anyway, I just wanted to share that all with you. I know I'm probably sharing a lot more than I should, but I'm just, like I say, I'm not feeling good. Something wrong. And I need to go get it checked out. Like I say, I don't want to establish a doctor in Lake Havasu City, where am I going to drive there from? Where am I going to camp? Even if it's from here, you're talking about an hour one way, and so I just think it's more feasible to set up on my property. And of course, yeah, it's almost an hour to Gallup, 45 minutes. But it's a little bit easier. It's all freeway, number one. What are you doing, huh? Huh? Come here. Come here. You want to get those flowers, huh? You want to get those flowers, huh? Man, you dirty. You patting it. It's like dirt all over. You dirt. You need a bath. Maybe we give you a bath, huh? Give you a shower? What do you think? I don't know if you'd like that or not. I might try it, though. See if I get him clean a little bit. Because I ain't got no tub to put him in. Yeah, I just think, to me right now, that's the most common sense thing to do. Is once the third hits and I have the gas money to get home, is to go home and find a place to set up my tent, and then start calling around in Gallup, trying to find a medical facility that I can get into. Because I was, like I said, I was planning on setting it up in Lake Havasu, but I just don't see that being feasible. Because, once I leave here, where am I going to go? If I get kicked out of here, by BLM, where am I going to go to camp? Staying on Lake Havasu. There is no other decent places to camp. This is the only one that I found. You go down to Parker and it's like, you know, nothing there but dirt. At least I have a few trees on my property. They're not very big, just little junipers, but I'm looking forward to going there and seeing it and getting set up, get my home base set up, then going on from there. Because like I say, where my property is, it's going to be a drive one way there, 2 hour drive to Flagstaff, or a 1 hour drive, a 45-minute drive to Gallup. So my original plan was to go to my property, get set up in Gallup. That was my absolutely original plan until I decided to go down to Lake Havasu, which I'm glad I went down there. I am. I'm glad I got to experience it. It showed me that I didn't want to stay there. Yeah, it's a nice area. All of that, palm tree. I ain't going to have no palm trees in Chambers. But I'm going to plant some fake ones, though. I am. I already decided. I found some on Amazon that eventually I'm going to put there. They're realistic looking, very realistic looking, but they're, plastic or whatever. Set them up, have little palm trees around there. And so we're just going to have to see how things shake out. But I do think I am going to leave here on the 3rd. I think what I'm going to do is, instead of going up and around to Lake Havasu, I'm going to go down through Parker and come up, because my storage unit's on the south end. So it's almost the same mileage, to go that way, to go to Parker and then up, and go down to Parker, gas up, and then go up to my storage unit, and then probably go up that day to Laughlin, Nevada, because I can get a motel there for $22. Pretty decent one. $22. And then the next morning head east. Because, by the time I go to my storage unit and stuff, I'm not going to be able to drive the 5 hours to home, because I'm sure it's going to be, by the time I go to Parker, gas up, get up there, get my stuff, it's going to be, and get everything here broken down and loaded up. That's what takes the time. I'm going to try to get everything loaded up the night before as much as I can. So you're going to be looking at noon, 1 o'clock by the time I get out of here. And by the time I get down to Parker, that's another hour, or close to it, 50 minutes or whatever it is. And I get up to my storage unit, I don't know, I may have to end up getting another motel in Lake Havasu and then driving home from there 5 hours, the next morning, because I'm going to be beat. I'm telling you, by the time I hope I can get out here early enough that I can go up and stay in Laughlin and get a motel for $22. And then from there, it's only a 4-hour drive to home. So I can just get up early the next morning, get out of there by like 9, 10 o'clock, and be home by 1 or 2. That would work. I don't want to get there too late. I definitely don't want to get there and try to find it in the dark. That'd be like impossible. So anyway, I'm kind of just brainstorming out loud right now. But the thing is, I don't want to book a hotel in Laughlin and then get out of there so late that I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, right now I am planning on leaving here the 3rd when I get paid. Oh man, my stomach hurts so bad. Oh, I don't know. You guys don't want to hear that, you know. And I don't, like I say, I don't mean to complain, but man, you know, I'm just being honest and sharing. You know, not good. I don't know what. You know, the one thing that kind of bothers me. This is the thing that shoots through my mind is that my granddad, who I was so close with, he died of stomach cancer when he was 70. I was a sophomore in high school. I can remember going and visiting him in the hospital, and he was a pretty stout guy, but he was nothing but skin and bone. It was like really sad. But you know, if you figure that's only 3 years older than me, if you when you figure I turned 67 in August, so you know, that's why that kind of bothers me a little bit. I've got these stomach pains and stuff. You know, it could be I just need some probiotics because I've had these pains before, and I got some probiotics, and that solved the problem. So I'm hoping that's what it is this time. But it's going to be another week and a half before I have the money to go get any. So, oh, yeah, my butt's getting sore. Oh. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Appreciate you that have listened to me thus far and the care. I really do. It really means a lot to me. Anyway, we'll talk to you later.